An illegal alien from Venezuela shot not one but two cops in New York City during a foot chase. I wonder who we can blame for this. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about an illegal alien from Venezuela who shot not one but two NYPD officers during a foot chase. One officer was hit in the stomach area of his bulletproof vest that you just saw Eric Adams holding up. Another was shot in his leg. They are both transported to the hospital, and they should make full recoveries. Now, this person, the migrant, the illegal alien, 19 years old. Now, $1 million question, how old was this person when he crossed into the country illegally? They say he crossed last year. So I'm going to just do a little bit of thinking, just a little bit. I don't want to do too much, just a teeny bit. Now, he could have turned 19 at a certain point this year, and he could have got into the country before he turned 18 last year. So is this an unaccompanied minor taken away from the family? Is that who we talking about? A gangbanger? Somebody that tried to take away not one but two cops? We talking about that kind of guy? Is that who we're trying to go to the border and cry and make deals with? That kind of person? I should hope not. Barack Obama said that they're fruit pickers and bet makers. Well, what kind of fruit picker and bet maker gets a gun somehow in New York City and shoots cops? I don't understand. What part of the game is that? Now, before I go any further and get any more triggered, let's get into the actual news clip. Of course, I will link to this in the description. If you're an IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Good morning, and all morning we've been watching police work here along 23rd Avenue, part of a very large crime scene, going up and down this stretch here, focused on finding clues. And this hour, new details to share from their investigation and about that suspect. First, a look at the gun. Police say 19-year-old suspect Bernardo Raul Castro Mata used to open fire on two NYPD officers overnight. Authorities saying he carried that firearm illegally and that it's now in evidence. And even more evidence found at the crime scene. Here's a look at.
So you're an illegal alien carrying an illegal firearm. You can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't.
At the moped, authorities say those two officers first noticed that suspect riding overnight and also spotted several evidence markers near where those shots were fired this morning. The NYPD commissioner sharing even more about those tense moments.
They observed a male suspect drive a moped the wrong way on 82nd Street near 23rd Avenue and attempted to pull him over. The suspect then fled on foot, and the officers began a foot pursuit, which led for several blocks. During the pursuit, the suspect fired multiple rounds at our officers, who then returned fire.
Bullet hole.
So I guess that's Eric Adams, as you can see, holding the vest and showing where the actual bullet went into the vest.
Because of this vest, a young police officer is going home. Senseless act of violence.
Eric Adams, I got to address the elephant in the room, man. I have to address the elephant in the room. Listen, you guys are inviting these migrants, quote unquote, illegal aliens in this case, obviously, to your city with arms wide open. That's what you guys are doing. And also on the state level, Kathy Hochul, the governor, inviting the illegal aliens, migrants, asylum seekers, whatever they may identify as at any particular given moment, you're inviting them to your city and state. So at a certain point, this is partially your fault as well as Kathy Hochul.
A total disregard for life.
The mayor and police executives expressing relief those two officers are on track to recover from their injuries. Both officers and that suspect undergoing treatment now at local hospitals. And also, as we look here now at the scene, you can see those officers behind that crime tape really honed in on that area back there. They've been there throughout the morning, looking very closely at the ground to perhaps trying to not miss any more evidence they could find here at the scene.
Now, as you heard, the suspect is also being treated. Unfortunately, they weren't able to, go ahead and just delete him. That would have been the best thing. Look, you're in here. You're coming to the country illegally. You're doing whatever you want to do, shooting at cops. I mean, come on, man. You got to go. You have to go. Some people don't deserve to be in society, and they have to go.
Police also saying that suspect Bernardo Raul Castro Mata currently resides at a migrant shelter not too far away from here. Police also saying so far it does not appear that he has any arrest record in the city. However, they say he is someone they're looking into for several robberies around Queens. And we're live.
Of course. And then my question would be, what was he doing in Venezuela before he came to the United States? If you're so bold to shoot at officers with an illegal gun here, what were you doing back there? What gang are you affiliated with, potentially?
Here in Queens, I'm Justin Finch. Back to you.
An interesting development. Justin, thank you. And we continue our team coverage this morning on the 2 officers shot.
That's right. Our Julie Millay now has the very latest from Elmhurst Hospital, where those officers are set to be released any moment now. Hi, Julie.
Hi there, Dan. We are expecting them to be released from this hospital any minute now. As you said, we are standing by. Now, NYPD telling us those officers have been with their families this morning, recovering, and that they are in good spirits. But they stressed this story could have had a very different ending. That one officer who was shot near his stomach was saved by his bulletproof vest. The other officer was shot in the leg. They are both expected to make a full recovery. They met here with the mayor this morning, who came as soon as he woke up this morning and heard this news. Now, officers have been stationed here at the hospital all night. They've been staged outside the trauma center here since we pulled up around 3:45 this morning. We've seen them there in their cars along the road here, staged outside this hospital. Now, the NYPD says the 2 officers who were shot are both young. One had 5 years on the job, and the other had a little more than 2 years on the job.
So when you're talking about trying to recruit new officers for NYPD, you know, a lot of guys are retiring. They've been there 15, 20 years, whatever. They're leaving, straight up quitting the force. They're retiring, trying to get early retirement. So how are you going to replace these guys? Because you can't do anything forever. Even if you wanted to do it forever, you're going to have to retire at a certain point. And since you have accelerated retirements, early retirements, massive people leaving, how are you going to replace them when things like this are going on?
Their colleagues say their bravery was on full display today and that they both have bright futures ahead of them.
The one police officer shot in the vest was more concerned about his partner, saving his life, getting a tourniquet. That's what partners do in the NYPD. They save each other's lives, and that's what happened here today.
I mean, that's great. I mean, shout out to the officers. You guys did your job 100%. Shout out to them. But how about making the environment safer for everyone, including the officers? They shouldn't be thrown into a dangerous situation that's unnecessarily dangerous. If you could do some things on the city and state level to make it safer, you should do that. But obviously, that's not what's happening.
Now, the suspect in this shooting is also expected to survive his injuries. That 19-year-old is currently being treated at New York Presbyterian Queens Hospital, and police said that suspect is now being looked at several other robberies in Queens. That investigation is in its very early stages and ongoing. Again, we are standing by for the release of these two officers who were shot overnight, both expected to make a full recovery from those injuries.
So hopefully this 19-year-old migrant, whatever, illegal alien from Venezuela who came into the country 2023 just last year, might have been a so-called unaccompanied minor. Hopefully this guy goes to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little rocks. Hopefully there's no type of release. I mean, you shooting 2 cops. I know New York is crazy with the bail, letting everybody out as I close, but you shooting 2 officers and you're an illegal alien. What more must you do to get locked up and stay behind bars for an extended period of time with no bail opportunity? I don't really know, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on this whole thing in New York City? Illegal alien, Venezuela, 19 years old, might have been an unaccompanied minor when they came across the border. The same people that those in power, your Eric Adams, Kathy Hochul, oh, they're unaccompanied minors, taken away from their parents. How cruel. Okay. Look, just because they are not 18 years old does not mean they're children. You got these people, look, even in the USA, you got 14, 15-year-olds out here committing a lot of homicides. Bodies under their belt, 14, 15, 16 years old. In Virginia, I don't know if you guys know, you can be tried as an adult at age 14. Did you know that? Because some of these youngers are crazy, as we just saw. 19 years old shooting 2 cops with an illegal weapon and in the country illegally. Guys like this need to get put down, or at best, again, penitentiary, big rocks, little rocks. There's no other way to really combat this. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.